Hey friends, in this video I'm going to show you the Faderport 2 from Presonus. It's a tool that I use in every mixing session that I do, and there are 4 things that I use this controller for that really increases and speeds up my workflow, and I'm going to show you in this video. So stay tuned, let's go! I'm Subfarik.com, and my passion is mixing and mastering music. And this channel is for you who make music yourself and want to mix and master it yourself. Stay tuned. And by the way, this is not a sponsored video, but some of the links might be affiliate, which means I will get a commission if you click on them. Number 1, and this is the most important thing, it's the fader. That's one of the first thing that I do in a mixing session is I start tweaking the channels, and then I can go afterwards and adjusting the regions so that all the faders can be unity gain, but it's really fast because I tweak, and then I hit next, then I tweak, next, tweak. It lays the ground for a really fast workflow. And another common use with the fader is that I tweak the automation. So I will automate the fader, for example, on the lead vocals, on the backing vocals, or on the complete instrument bus or the complete mix bus. It really depends, but I write the automation live using the fader on the Faderport, and it's almost like playing a musical instrument. And here you see some live automation with the fader on the lead vocal. And here you see some fader playing with the mix bus. Those are some examples of usage with the fader automation using the fader on the Presonus Faderport 2. The Presonus Faderport is linked in the description. That's number 1. Number 2, the transport controls, and this is just given. I can always press space on the keyboard. When I have my hand there anyways with the fader, I can just hit stop twice to move back in the session, and the record button. I seldom use the cycle buttons. The loop button I can use. Instead of pressing C in Logic, I can use this one. And it gives some visual feedback as well, and I like it. And another practical function is when I'm doing references. Sometimes when I mix in genres that I'm not that familiar with, I like to go on Spotify, and then I will adjust for volume because Spotify is a lot lower in volume usually. When I'm here in Spotify, I hit space to play, and then I can have my other hand and hit play to play. And then you use the Faderport to do the transport in Logic. So yeah, so that's the transport controls. And the third thing that I use the Faderport for is this section right here, which is the touch and the read section, all these buttons right here. So I will use the touch, and then I will do automation, like so. I can start automating the volume like this. That's one of my go-to things to automate. But if I want to automate something in a plugin, for instance, like I want to automate something in Novatron, I can just start automating the wet dry knob, for example, and immediately I have automated something here just by pushing this button and starting automating in the plugin. You can also set this thing up to do stuff in the plugins, at least with the macros. I haven't come that far. I haven't had the time. And also you have the mute and the solo buttons, and you can arm for record. You have to select an input source, of course, but it's really practical. It's fast. You don't have to use the mouse to go here and select solo, like this. Mute, unmute, solo, unsolo, bypass, if you want to bypass something. And finally, it's the panning. So I can adjust panning. It's an endless dial. It's in steps. So in Logic, at least, it does one step at a time. 41, 42, 43, and I can do it fast, like so. And if you like this video so far, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you want more videos about certain products like this. And the Faderport is linked in the description. Just hit it there. If you follow my link, you will support the channel, or maybe grab a used one. And it's also environmental friendly to get it used. But if you want to support this channel, use my link. So here comes the pros and cons of the Presonus Faderport V2. First off, it's plug and play, which means that it's hassle-free to just plug it into the USB and start moving the fader. It automatically links up with the DAW. And in my experience, all the functions are really responsive. So whenever you touch a button or move the fader or touch the pan pot, it will react immediately in the DAW. And I think that the fader and the pan pot is easy to tweak. I like the resistance both with the fader and with the pan pot. It's not too hard and not too soft. And when you buy the Faderport new, you get Studio One Artist included, and you get Ableton Live included, and some other software as well. So that's also an advantage, you can say. And finally, it's a sleek design. It doesn't take up that much real estate on my desktop, and I like that really much. And here comes some of the disadvantages. First of all, the buttons are a bit too hard to press in my opinion. So I have, for example, the Machine Mark III, and I like the way the buttons can be pressed there. They are much smoother. On this one, it's a bit hard, but not that it's too annoying, but just worth the mention. And it sits a bit light on the desk. If, for example, I rest my hand on the bottom of the unit, it will tilt. And if you compare, for example, to the Apollo Twin, which is really sturdy built, it's heavier and it definitely does not tilt. But again, a lot more money has been shelled out, so it's really a matter of how much do you want to spend, I guess. Another con about this unit is that it can't be bus powered. I can't just connect it to the computer and be off. It has to be connected with the included electrical sockets. And I find that kind of weird given that I have also the Machine Mark III, which is bus powered, and I would guess it takes more power than the Faderport 2, but that's just a shoot guess. I don't have that technical knowledge, but anyways, a couple of more things to consider. Should you go for just one fader or 8 or 16? That's one thing. And if you're in the market in this price range, you can also consider the X Touch from Behringer. I haven't tried that one, but I guess it's more or less the same thing. You just have to read up on the features on that one. And if you want to step it up a bit, you can always go with the SSL UF1, but that's a different ballpark when it comes to price and I would guess quality. But I will link all those down in the description below. And if you want to dive deeper into mixing and mastering, check out one of these two videos, and I hope I see you there. Peace!